Hi guys, it's me. So if you're new here, hello. Today we're gonna be doing a kind of chatty get ready with me. So I did ask for some questions, but nobody sent any in, and I need to get it filmed. So I will literally just be talking about stuff that you might not find interesting, but I apologise if you don't. So I've already had a shower and stuff, so for my hair all I've done is washed it. I put a little bit of this in, which is the John Frieda Frizzy's original 6 Effects Serum. Illuminates frizz, humidity protection, heat protection, smooths, hydrates and tames. So that's what I put in when my hair's damp. And I also put in some of the Live and Proof Restore, Repair, Leave-In, Strengthens and Transforms, which is this one. I got this one in the Glossy Box Live and Proof Special Edition. By the way, there is a Bare Minerals limited edition box coming. So you might want to subscribe if you like Bare Minerals. Well, I think you can buy it without anyway. If you don't have, even if you're not a subscriber, but I think it's a little bit cheaper if you are. And I think there's an earlier release, like they do with everything. So that comes out on the 24th of September. And I've done a sneak peek, and it was a Bare Minerals highlighting drops, which is super cool. Oh, I think I know who all these questions are from, but it's so nice that I actually do have some questions on my Curious Cat. But I'll get to those. I'll read those in a bit. So normally it's about the time of the week where I need to do my eyebrows. So I would just get some these aren't very good. I need some new ones, but I just get some tweezers and a spoolie, and then also some scissors, which I can't actually remember. I'm pretty sure these are nail ones, but I just use them. So I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Literally all I do is, you don't want to overpluck, because if you overpluck then you'll end up with a really thin eyebrow, which, I mean, mine are far from thin, but yeah. So I get the monobrow hairs, so I just literally pluck at them, make it so that I'm okay with my parting, and then pluck any strays. It's better to pluck under than above, I think, because the top one is your like natural arch of your eyebrows. So I actually usually get my boyfriend to pluck my eyebrows because he's actually really good at it. But not this bit. I don't let him do this bit. I haven't done it in a while, so now my eyes are like tearing up. My face is also very dry, so we will be getting to the moisture part in a minute. And then for the scissors, I literally get my spoolie, brush it out. If there's any hairs that are sort of longer, then you can kind of tell like where your eyebrow, where you would draw your, so if I brush them back to normal, here is obviously where I would fill my eyebrow in. So I brush it up, and anything that's above like where that line is, I just trim. But they're not too bad today, which is great. You're supposed to do it down, like brush it down and do the same thing, but I don't tend to have many down here. And of course you can pluck any like sticky out hairs and everything, and it should create a better shape, and then you just pluck underneath again. But yeah, just do the same with this one. It is literally so hot. We went cold for like a little while, and then it just went really hot. It's like we're having a heat wave. I think I did hear something about having another heat wave, which I'm not a fan of. Like, I'm ready for sweater weather, because I literally live in jumpers anyway. But that's my eyebrows groomed for now. So I now need to I don't know if you can tell, but I have dry skin here and here. So I need to get my moisturising thing. So I'm using literally my last drops of my Fasali Unicorn Drop. It's not even coming out, there's like that little in it. I might just have to tip it onto my finger. Ooh. I am actually going to do like a normal, an actual everyday makeup. Like I'm not going to go crazy because I'm not actually getting ready for anything in particular. I'm just going to my mum's house in like an hour or so. So you have an hour of me just talking at you. I thought I would do a bit of a mental health update because I don't like talking about it all the time, but I feel like if I can talk about it, then somebody might relate and feel like better about it. So the past couple of weeks, I have not been in the best place. The past couple of days, I like almost couldn't get up and go to work. I did put a post on my Instagram about it, and that went on my Facebook as well, and loads of people were really lovely about it. But I have just felt so low and so down, and like I said, I almost couldn't even get out of bed to go to work. And it's one of the worst that I always say, oh, this is like one of the worst times I've had in a while, but they always feel different, so I can't really compare them. But this one made me have the worst thoughts that I've had in a while. I wasn't suicidal, but I did want to like harm myself, which I'm not proud of. I don't feel like that today. I didn't feel like that yesterday, but I have done for the past like week. And it's been really hard because I didn't feel like I had anyone to speak to, but then I actually sat down and spoke to Connor about it. I spoke to a couple of people at work about it, like close people to me, and I feel like a lot better now that I've got it off my chest. And it's still like the lowness and stuff is still there, but I'm just like working my way through. I have considered going back to the doctors and going back on medication though, and that's something I haven't done in like 3 years, so that's a bit sad. I don't want to do that, but you've got to do what you've got to do to help yourself. I just need to moisturise my face. I also didn't film anything while I was feeling like that, so the fact that I'm filming shows that I feel a little bit more motivated. If anyone subscribes to Steph Toms or like follows Steph Toms on anything, she got asked a question about like her being perky all the time, and that she replied saying that like she's not perky all the time, she just films ahead so that she's got something for when she's not feeling like filming and stuff. And I can totally relate to that because that is exactly what I do. Like sometimes I'll sit here and do like 3 videos, and then like the next day when I probably would have needed to film, if I hadn't have filmed those 3, I might feel really crap. So it's a good idea to do that. Let's have a look at some questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is something you wish you knew more about? That is a good question. I wish I knew more about psychology because at school psychology was like literally my favourite top subject that I was doing in sixth form. And obviously when you do it, you get a certain curriculum and then you only learn certain things. And I learned quite a bit, but there was a lot more in the whole like psychology topic that I would love to learn about. I'd love to learn more facts and stuff about like different mental health illnesses, because we mainly learnt about, we did anorexia and we did like we didn't do depression, which I was surprised about, but we did like a few other things, but I can't remember what we did. It was very good though. And then within the psychology, I'd love to know more about criminal psychology or criminology, because I've always wanted to be a criminologist, and I was going to go to uni and do criminology, but then because it was something that I enjoyed doing and reading about like as a hobby, I didn't want to make it into like a almost chore by going to uni with it, and so I ended up doing a creative course instead, which I do regret if I'm like completely honest, but at the same time I'm glad I'm doing a uni course altogether. So, but other than that, I wish I knew more about, this is like the more gothy side of me, witchy side of me coming out now. I wish I knew more about spiritualism and stuff like that, because that is a topic that I'm interested in, and I've always been interested in learning about like witchcraft and like crystals and like what crystals do what, and like herbalism and stuff. Basically just like anything that interests me, I wish I knew more about. I wish I knew how to play the guitar better, because I started playing it again, but I cannot even. Like, I can't play it. I'm not going to act like I can. I also wish I knew more about like politics, because every time people bring politics up, I have to like just zone out or leave the conversation, because I have no idea what anyone is talking about. Like literally no idea at all, and it makes me feel so dumb, but it's just like, I just don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. My eyebrows are not going how they should today, but it's alright. It is alright. Where's my concealer? But yeah, so those are the things that I would like to know about. I'm sure there's more, but I just can't think of any like on the spot right now. The next question is, how different was your life 5 years ago, and what advice would you give yourself then? Well, my life was, how old was I 5 years ago? 16, okay. So I was in, 16 must have been when you were first starting sixth form. So I was just starting sixth form, and I still live with my mum. I didn't have a job because I wanted to focus on my studies, and I was in a long-term relationship, well, kind of on and off long-term relationship. So my life was very different to how it is now, like completely different. And I was also in a much lower place mentally. So if I was, when I look back at myself, like when I think about how I was mentally 5 years ago, I like feel sorry for myself, because I was in such a awful place, and I can just remember myself collapsing literally in the middle of the hallway at my school, just in tears over something that wasn't really worth my time, and I wish I hadn't given it that time. But I wouldn't want to change anything, because then I'm like a strong believer that if I change my past, then the stuff that happening now that good wouldn't happen, and I would rather go through all that and have my present than have a different past and a different present. So, but the advice I would give myself is like, sort your life out. You're gonna be fine. Me 5 years ago probably wouldn't have believed me. Probably would have told me to go away. But that is what I would say. Like, literally get a grip. You're gonna be fine. This is me talking to myself. If someone else was going through it, I wouldn't speak like that. But me talking to myself, I would say, you're gonna be fine. It's not worth it. Like, the cliche, it does get better. And I would just be like, follow what you want to do, not what you think will be best. Because I was in lots of creative, classes, and that obviously led me to do the course that I'm on now, which is creative. But I should have gone with my heart and gone and did a psychology or a criminology course. But then at the same time, if I had gone to uni, I probably wouldn't be with Connor, so there's like pros and cons to changing the past. So like I said, I probably wouldn't change the past. I would just tell myself that to hold on and that it does get better and that I was going to be okay. I'd also tell myself to not like listen to other people and to not be as trusting and forgiving. But yeah, that's the kind of advice I would give myself. I think that's pretty good advice, to be honest. I know I'm not really talking about the products that I'm using, but that's because they're literally the same that I use in my pretty much every tutorial that I do. But if you want to know, just let me know. My eyebrows are not going as well as I wished, but it's fine. We're fine. It's just a chill day. Right, next question. Do you have any study tips? I would definitely say, as a study tip, like, don't overload yourself. Where is my Jeffree Star? Yeah, I would definitely say do not overload yourself, because that is literally going to be your downfall. If you like revise and kill yourself with revising or studying, then you're just gonna like send your brain into overload, and then nothing will stay like sinking in, and you'll just be your own worst enemy, to be honest. Like, I remember when I was in sixth form, I used to just revise the night before. And before, but I would put loads of work in the night before. And then I would literally forget everything because I was just overworking my brain and it just didn't work. And that's why I got a bad grade in one of my exams. Even though I knew the subject, and afterwards I was like, oh, I should have wrote about this, and this, which is always the way. If I had just not overloaded my brain, then I probably would have been fine. And also make sure you take loads of notes and focus on your weak areas, as well as your strong, but you want to focus on the weak areas first. And if you're doing something where practice papers are available, then do that. What's your favourite way to relax? Okay, so I like having a shower, using some nice like wash stuff, and then sort like putting a face mask on, and then chilling with a cup of tea and a couple of candles on. I do like incense sticks as well, but I haven't got a holder at the moment, so I can't use them. Which sounds like a really simple way to relax, and it is, like, literally, as long as I'm in my PJs or loungewear, whatever, like joggers and stuff, and an oversized top with a face mask and a cup of tea and something that smells nice, like an incense stick or a candle, which I've got loads of, then I'm fine. Like, that is me relaxing. Sometimes I'll take a bath to relax, like, my body, and I'll get some like Lush stuff that relaxes your muscles and that, but most of all I take showers, and I just like to binge something or watch something, or sometimes I will listen to music with my headphones in, even if I'm like at home, because one, music plays better through your headphones and sounds better, and two, it's like you're in like your own world. And that's exactly how I like it to be when I'm relaxing. And I don't think that's too much to ask for, really. But yeah, really simple. Maybe read a book. I haven't read in a while though, but I do enjoy reading. But yeah, most of the time it's shower, face mask, moisturise, and a cup of tea whilst binge watching something. At the moment it's Supernatural because Supernatural is my favourite show, and I finally got the box set, and I'm so happy with my life right now. But yeah, so really simple way. I also wanted to talk about something. I wasn't going to talk about this because it's not a like topic area that I would normally talk about to however many people follow me, like 45 people. But since September is PCOS month, I thought now would be a good time to talk about it, because you shouldn't be afraid. So this is a bit of a girl talk right now, so sorry if there's any boys listening. So PCOS, if you didn't know, is like, it's polycystic ovary syndrome, which is basically where, even though it says cis, they're like more like fluid filled sacs, like the follicles, that are in your ovaries, and they can cause quite a few health risks, such as, well, it can stop you from ovulating regularly, which means if you're trying for a baby, then you're going to have a hard time because you need the eggs, you need to ovulate to conceive. So that's one of the main ones. It can cause type 2 diabetes because it increases your weight gain, so you might find yourself gaining weight like uncontrollably, even if you're eating healthy and stuff and you find it hard to lose weight. I swear I just saw something go by me. Scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Yeah, so type 2 diabetes, and obviously because of weight, anything related to weight, so like heart disease and stuff, heart attack, all that. And the main symptoms are increased like hair, like facial hair, and like hair where males might get it. You gain weight, like I said. You have irregular periods, so your periods come a lot later or a lot earlier, or they just like vary all the time. And then there are a few others, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But you basically, it's like the sacs, I might not have this right, but it produces more testosterone, which is why you get the hair where you're not supposed to, and the irregular periods, and obviously that can cause all these other life problems. And you get diagnosed by them doing blood tests to see if you've got too much hormones, and also by, damn it Jackie, and also by having an ultrasound to see if they can see any of the sacs. And I have recently been for said ultrasound and said blood tests, and I haven't been back to the doctor's yet, so I don't know what the results for the blood tests were. But I went for my ultrasound the other day, and it was meant to just be a like a normal pelvic and abdominal ultrasound, which is the one they do when you are pregnant and you're looking at your baby. And after they did that, they were like, yeah, you definitely look polycystic. But they wanted to see how many like cysts or follicles or whatever you want to call them I had. So they did an internal one, which is a little bit TMI, but I'm just being honest out here. So they did an internal one, and I think they counted about 30 like altogether follicles, and you're meant to have, I think it's like between 10 and 12 follicles an average woman has, like, on each ovary. Follicles are the things that, like, produce the eggs or whatever. I don't know. I'm not like a science buff. But, and in my meeting appointment, they were literally just shouting numbers out to each other, and I had no idea really what was going on. But they counted 16 in one and 14 in the other, and she was also able to tell me that I was about to ovulate, so I guess that was good. But yeah, so they did that, but then they told me that they can't diagnose me with PCOS because I've only had my period, been getting my period for 7 years, and you have to have been on your cycle for 8, which I thought was ridiculous because I had all the other symptoms, like the weight gain, the hair. Like, it's not really bad, but it's starting to get bad. Like, my brother turned to me and was like, "You have a better mustache than I do." And I was like, "Gee, thanks. That's just what I wanted to hear." And I know he didn't mean it, like, in a nasty way. He didn't know what I was going through, so I don't really, like, I'm not mad at him for it. But yeah, so I was a bit ticked off, and they also wouldn't let my boyfriend come in the room, which I was a bit mad at, because what if I found out that I was, like, low-key pregnant, or that I had something, like, worse wrong with me, and I would have been, like, on my own, just, like, being told this news. So I wasn't very happy about that, but the lady was really nice. The internal ultrasound is, like, nothing, like, you shouldn't worry about it. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt. And the woman who I had was, like, constantly asking me, like, "Does this hurt? I'm not hurting you, am I?" Stuff like that. So I felt very much at ease, which is what you want to feel, because it's not the best moment, but it's the same as, like, smear test. You shouldn't be afraid to get it because it will be uncomfortable for that little while, but after that it can save your life. So that's what's been happening with me in the world of PCOS. So I technically have it, but they can't diagnose me with it until I've been on my period for 8 years. So now I'll go back to the doctors, and if they're not happy with what the sonographer said, then they can send me elsewhere to have more tests. But on the whole, that is what's going on. But yeah, so that's a little awareness thing. If you have irregular periods and you think it's normal, it's not normal if you've been on your period for more than, like, 7 years. So get checked out. I took ages to get checked out, but get checked out. Here's another question. If you were a sim, what would your traits be? It's obviously the same person, or it's a gamer person that has seen my sim video. My traits will probably be dog lover. I mean, if I'm being realistic, it'd be gloomy, but I don't want to be realistic, so it'd be dog lover, cheerful, because on the whole I do tend to be cheerful, like, around people and, like, cheer people up. And third one, probably music lover, because I do love listening to music, like, a lot. But yeah, I think those would be my 3 traits. That's actually a really funny question. I've never really, like, thought about it, to be honest. Like, I can't even think about what I do when I make my sim self. Like, I literally can't remember. A good question. That is a good question. I think Connor's will probably be, like, nerd. Or I could have, like, geek, I guess, because I don't have a nerd one. But I do. I am a bit of a nerd, so. If there was, like, a goth one or an emo one, that would be me. Also, the lighting is really weird, so I can't even tell if this is going really well or really bad. So I'm going to go outside when I go to my mum's, and I'm just going to look like an orange rat. I feel like my makeup was going really well, and now the past couple of times that I've done it, it's just been a bit haywire, which I am not cool with. Do you ever get that? Your makeup goes really well for like a certain amount of days, and then you do it another day and it just goes crap. That is me right now. What is that now? Oh, I give up. I'm just gonna keep contouring it. Oh dear. I just realised the time and my mum will be picking me up soon. I shall get another question up in a mo. Like, I always do my makeup in natural light, but the sun is not on my side today. So I have no idea if what I'm doing is right. This is like when you go to a hotel. Hotels never have the right they never have the right lighting, ever. It's so annoying. And the bed's always so far away from the window, or the desk is so far away from the window, so there's literally like nothing you can do about it. Let's take this mirror, and I'm just gonna stand up a second and look. And just as I thought, my face is a muddy mess. Why? Why does this always happen to me? Well, I guess I gotta do some of this stuff then, haven't I? Covering up my problems with setting powder. Seems legit. I just hope it doesn't look that bad. Oh well. It's only my mum. She'll be the only one to judge me. And she will judge me. Next question. What is my favourite thing about myself? Physically, I really like my eye. Not my single eye. My eyes. I just like how like dark they are. And I like the colour. And I think I would probably look weird if I had any other colour. So I'm glad that my eye colour are the way that they are. I also like the fact that I am quite funny. Not many people would agree, but I am funny. So don't believe anyone when they say that I'm not, because I am. But yeah, I'm quite funny. Not many people would agree, but I say I am, and I can make people laugh and I can cheer people up, even when I don't really feel that cheery myself. So I value that in myself as a person. It's always good to value something about yourself, even if you feel a bit crappy about yourself. I want to ask you guys that actually. Comment. Comment what you value about yourself, because I think everyone should think something. Or what do you like about yourself, sorry. Because I think everyone should like at least one thing about themselves, and if you can't think of it right on the spot, then I want you to think about it and come back, because it's good to think about the positives about yourself, even when you feel a bit low. Because I can guarantee somebody else has something nice to say about you, even if you don't have something nice to say about yourself. And I've just noticed, why am I having so much trouble setting my face today? Like, what is actually going on? Like, I've just felt my chin and it's still tacky. Now I just feel like I'm going to have a massive white cast put across my face, but I'm literally just trying to set it. Oh, why is the world giving me so much trouble today? I feel like my face looks really muddy, which my mum will definitely comment on. Not that she's a judgmental person, but she doesn't really hold back when it comes to telling me stuff like that. But she's a lovely woman. I hope people do actually comment on what they like about themselves, because I'd like to know that everyone is thinking positively about themselves. I know it's hard sometimes, but you should do it, honestly. Next question. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their life? Love. I'm going to be really cliche and say love. Like, you should always open yourself to love at least once in your life. Even if it goes terribly wrong, at least you get a lesson out of it. I also think everyone should travel and see somewhere other than the place that they live, because there is a whole world out there. You don't want to be stuck in that one place. It doesn't matter where you live. You could live in the most beautiful place ever. You need to explore other cultures and other surroundings. That's my opinion anyway. So even though I haven't travelled that far, I've been to Italy and Germany, which is out of my country. So I can deal with that. If I die only going to those places, then I'll be fine, because at least I've travelled somewhat. Next question is, hi, what's something you've been meaning to try but just haven't got round to it? The thing is, I know that I always say, oh, I want to try this. I want to try this one day. Let's try this one day. But right now, for the life of me, I cannot remember what that thing is. Something I haven't tried, or I've been meaning to try. That is a good one. I might have to come back to that one. I really can't think of it. I mean, there's loads of things that I could try, I guess. But things that I want to try, I've been meaning to try. Does that mean like things to do or things to eat? Or what? What does that mean? That is a tough one. I'm almost mad that I got asked that, because I can't think of it. We'll come back to that one. Because I could have said something like sushi. I mean, I'd never try sushi, but I haven't tried. Oh, I wanted to try making clothes once. Like sewing, because I can sew. But I've never really made anything like actual clothes. Or I wanted to try there isn't really, I'm finding out that I'm quite a boring person from this video. I thought I was quite cool and like out there, but I guess not. I mean, I'd love to try surfing actually. That is one thing. Surfing is a thing that I have always wanted to try but never got around to. So I will go with surfing, because I live in a coastal place. I live in Cornwall. Like, there's beaches everywhere, but I have never tried surfing. But that is, one, due to the fact that I'm terrified of the ocean, and 2, I can't afford to. What is something that a ton of people are obsessed with but you just can't get the point of? KSI. No tea. Well, there's always trends that I never understand. There's always things that people are obsessed with. Like scrunchies. Why is everyone obsessed with scrunchies at the moment? I don't get it. Now, don't get me wrong, I see nothing wrong with a scrunchie. I just don't get why people are obsessed with scrunchies at the moment. Like, I don't get that. What is that trend? I don't understand. What is one of your favourite smells? The smell of rain. When it hasn't rained for a while. Like, I know that there's a word for that, but I cannot think of what it is. I also love the smell of anything fruity. And, like, smells are quite a big deal to me. So I could probably list quite a few. But I'm not going to because we'll be here for a while. Ever. But also some guys like cologne or body spray. Like my boyfriend's, his smells incredible. I love the smell of... I really like the smell of Play-Doh. That is so weird, but I really like the smell of Play-Doh. And like those foam mats that you get, that you can like the ones that martial arts people do their martial arts on. I really like the smell of those. It's weird, I know. Also, I feel like I'm the only one that does under eyeliner. Like, I'm sure I'm not, but I feel like I am. I've also just noticed this like really cute highlighter, so I'm just gonna add that to my eyebrow bone here and here. And like a little tiny bit in the corner. I know, I said every day. It is still an everyday look. I've literally just popped a warm colour in my crease. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. I put a little shimmer in my inner right corner so that it pops a little bit more. Just a little bit. I'm basically on the last task now. I literally just have to do my mascara. So, while my face dries, we will answer a couple more questions. I done the smells. If you could have a robot do one household chore for you for the rest of your life, what chore would it be? The washing up. Like, I can sit here and do everyone's washing, like clothes washing, all day, every day. But I cannot stand the washing up. I will clean sides, I will wipe surfaces, polish, but I cannot stand washing up. Literally hate it. It's the bane of my life. What stat for your life would you most like to see? What stat for your life? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, whoever asked that. Oh, and then the last one just says, how are you? I am great. I am pretty good today. How are you? I hope you're okay. That's so sweet. Yeah. So those were all my questions that were asked. Thank you to whoever asked them, because I was getting a bit desperate because I didn't know what to talk about. Because somebody wanted me to do a get ready with me, but I was like, I don't know how to make it more get ready with me, less tutorial, because obviously I've done tutorials. So, but yeah, so thank you to whoever asked me those questions. I think I know who it was, but if there was more than one, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But the main two things that I did want to talk about was mental health update, and I wanted to talk about PCOS because it is actually really common, and it's the awareness month this month. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I had those two topics covered, and then the rest I wanted to be questions. Also, I got this little, I think I spoke about it last time, but I got this little Alice headband from Superdrug because it keeps my hair out the way while I do my makeup. But this is my everyday makeup, so literally just normal. My hair is like crazy. Normal hair, normal like face makeup, and then just warm colours in the crease. Just need to message my mum. I want to say I'll meet you at school, but I put I'll meet you at school. But yeah, anyway, so this is the look. Literally so simple. This is what I should have done the last time I said that I was doing an everyday makeup, but I didn't, so we have it now. I am yet to find out what I look like in actual daylight, because the sun is like in a different side to where I would personally like it. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a good day, and I hope to see some comments below about what you like about yourself. Everyone should, I just want positive vibes. I want everyone to like something about themselves. But yeah, so make sure you comment, make sure you like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. There's going to be plenty more beauty videos and gaming videos and life videos. We're just getting started. I also put on my Instagram, I will be doing a giveaway when I reach 100 subscribers, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully, you know, people will join, because I would love to do a giveaway. I would love to treat someone that loves makeup like I do to something good. So yeah, but that is it. That was my get ready with me. I am about to go and do nothing at my mum's house. Bye. She's got everything that she could ever need. Champagne sipping, lifestyle, a fantasy. High on money and love, it just don't mean a thing.